Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be answering some question and answers I posted on my Instagram story about a week ago that you guys should ask me your question, and I'm going to be making a video replying to your questions. Without further ado, let's dive into answering your question. First question is, how is the vaccination going in Estonia? Well, as of today, 28th of March 2021, about 200,000 people have been vaccinated. So I would say that's about almost 20% of the whole population of the country. So that's really nice. So the vaccination in Estonia is really moving. And the same person asked me, have I been vaccinated? Well, I don't really fall in the risk group, so I don't think there's a priority for me to get vaccinated first. There's process in Estonia, like the people that are old get vaccinated first, like people in front line, the doctors, people that are like really like that are vulnerable to the virus itself. So not somebody that is young and healthy like myself. So it will get to me at some point, but I don't think I'm a priority at the moment. Moving on to the next question, it says, what does Ramadan looks like in Estonia? Well, as a Muslim, I can really answer this question to the best of my knowledge. Well, Ramadan in Estonia can be easy and difficult at the same time. And why do I say this? I say this because Ramadan in summer is really hard and tedious comparing to Ramadan in winter. I have experienced both and I know the difference. So the difference is that I'm a Nigerian, and our time zone, our sunrise and our sunset don't really change that much. So it's like you hit like 6 a.m. or 6:30 in the morning, and then you're ready for Ramadan, and then in the evening you break like 6:30, 7 p.m. So that's like approximately 12 hours. But in Estonia in summer, the sun rises like maybe 3 a.m. in the morning or 4 a.m. So you have to start fasting from like 3 a.m. in the morning, and the sun doesn't set until like sometimes 10 p.m., sometimes 11 p.m., depending on what time of the year it is. So it is really difficult because in summer it is so difficult that you have to like fast for about 17 hours. That's a lot, man. That's like more than 1/3 of the day of not eating anything. So, well, I still try my best to fast sometimes, but sometimes it's just so hard that I just like don't, because it is really hard because you have to go to school, you have to go to your job, and you have so many things to do. But talking about winter, why Ramadan in winter is so nice is because Ramadan in winter is just amazing. Like, it's amazing because the sun doesn't rise until 9 a.m. in the morning. So you're just like, oh, what? So yeah, you start fasting from like 8:30 in the morning, and then by 4 p.m. or 3:30 p.m. the sun already sets. So it's like, so you get the gist. You get to fast in a shorter period of time. So it might be like 6-7 hours of fasting in winter, and then 17 or 18 hours of fasting in summer. So Ramadan can be difficult or hard in Estonia. There's no in between. So yeah. And moving on to the next question. Can an international student start his own business while studying photography business, for example? Well, as an international student, you can totally start your own business if you want. You are allowed to register a company. I think it costs about 240 euros to register your own company, and then there's some legal things that you need to go through or to do. I don't know about that because I haven't started one myself. So, but yeah, you can totally start a business if you would like to start a business, and as much as you have the financial capital needed for it. I think it's about 2,500 starting capital for a business in Tallinn, in Estonia. So yeah. But as a student, you can totally start a business if you want to start a business on the side. During studies or after studies, that's up to you how you want to go about it. The next question is, WHEC subject requirement to study an IT course in Estonia? Well, to study in Estonia or to do your bachelor's in Estonia, there is no really specific course to study IT, or a specific course to study governance, or a specific course to study economics. Usually, majority of the school just ask like mathematics and English and 3 other courses. So literally, but you have to know in your mind, like you have to have this at the back of your mind. Like, for example, if you're a science student, you can't just like port and study something in art. It might not be easy for you to get in because you don't have the background in art. So and vice versa. So basically, you get the point. Like, so let's say you are a science student and you want to study computer science, or you want to study cybersecurity, for example. You might need to have mathematics, English, further mathematics, geography, physics, and stuff like that, just to like compensate. But there is no really like any limit. And regarding this question, it also depends on schools, and it also varies. school by school. So I will just advise you, if you like to pursue your bachelor's degree in IT in Estonia, write to the school that you would like to apply to, and you can get more concrete information from them. So, but I don't think there's any specific, but yeah, you never know. Just write to the school. I share my opinion with you based on what I understand, based on how I've done it, and I didn't need to like prove anything when I was doing mine. So maybe some things might have changed, but I don't think anything have really changed. But to get more concrete information, write to the school and you can get the best answer. And moving on to the last question, this comes in through my Facebook group, and this question is very, very long, so I'm going to be reading from my computer. I really want to know if after graduation I eventually start working and I intend to bring my spouse. What is the requirement to be met in order for one to bring their spouse into Estonia? So the requirement to bring your spouse in Estonia may varies depending on actually the reason you are here in the first place. So let's start from the top. Let's say you come to study in Estonia and you come to study PhD. So as a PhD student, you are allowed to bring your spouse immediately. So that's non-negotiation. You're allowed to bring your family with you when you are coming to the country. So that's settled. So let's say you are coming here to do your master's degree. You can bring your family with you after 2 years, which means after graduation, and you have secured a job. And let's say you come here to study bachelor's. You are not allowed to bring in your spouse because you come here to do your bachelor's, and bachelor's degree means that you are still a bachelor. So it's totally like, it's totally like relevant. So if you come here to study bachelor's, it means that you are still supposed to be a bachelor because it's a bachelor's degree, so you're not really allowed to bring in your spouse. But let's say maybe after your bachelor's degree, you decide to get a job and to stay back in Estonia, and then let's say you get a job as a software developer, you get project manager, so then you can apply to bring in your spouse. But as a bachelor student, you are not. Back in the days, it used to be a possibility, but now I think the law is changing and it's becoming a little more strict. Well, there might be some cases in which you are allowed to bring in your spouse while doing your bachelor's, but the conditions there are just like, the line is very blurry, so I don't really know what information to give on that. But I know that some people have done it and some people are still doing it, but every case is different. So yeah, make your research, talk to the police and get the concrete information from them. So that will be all from today's video. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your friends and your family, and I hope to see you tonight in my YouTube live and next week when I'm uploading a new content. Bye for now.